Hello dear friends, I think I'm looking in the camera now. Phone is flipped around. Try to get better sound. I don't have my microphone down here. It's upstairs and my hip's out, so I can't go grab it. I'm gonna try to speak loudly. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for joining me as always and sharing your time and energy with me. Anything you need to know about this channel is down in the description box. And this is going to be a general collective for the month of April, or whenever you come across it, whenever, if ever it resonates, for the beautiful sign of Aries. Aries, I hope you have an amazing birthday month. Yeah. I feel already like some of you, of course I had to fall on the floor. Like some of you, here, let me tip this camera down. You don't need to be. Whatever. Alright. Like some of you are ready to really take off, really elevate. I feel like some of you are, 2 more shuffles, some of you are really going through an ascension process, which can be uncomfortable. But it leads to such beauty. We've got the Ace of Challenges. Where the hell is this lens? Okay. We've got the Ace of Challenges. Or the Ace of Swords. Enlightenment. New ideas. Clearer communication. An ability to be very articulate, eloquently get your points across with precision. A lot of new ideas, a lot of brainstorming. 6 of Visions, or the 6 of Cups. So a lot of looking back, tapping into old ideas, tapping into lost dreams. Things that you are now coming back around to revisit. The time is right to reignite some old passion. Some of you are reading a lot more. For enjoyment, but also studying. Some of you could be studying to go back to school, studying for a new job. But I feel like there's a lot of study around the esoteric, mythological, occulted, philosophical veins. Some Aries watching, or this is gonna come across this video, is a big Carl Jung fan, or this year is going to become extremely interested in his philosophies, in particular his lectures, writings, teachings on the shadow self. Alright, what's going on? More than reading the cards, I feel, as soon as I meditated on your energy, I felt a lot coming through. It wasn't mine, so. Alright, I'm sorry. Catching up. From the Six of Visions, or the Six of Cups, we move on to the Seven of Visions, or the Seven of Cups. Lots of choices. Lots of exciting things all at once. And too much of something good is never a great thing. The feeling that I'm getting here is it's like me, like I one of my vices is books. Okay, so I'll go to Barnes and Noble and like find some good deals, or there are several books that I've been looking forward to, and I'll buy like 8 books at once, and then I'll get home, and for days I don't get much reading done because I can't decide what book I want to read. I'll start wanting to get 10 pages in and then think, well, maybe I should do this one first. And I start wanting to get 10 pages in and think, well, this is interesting, but maybe I should read this before this, and turns into a mindfuck. There's also a feeling of needing to break addictions, needing to distance yourself from certain people. Now, keep in mind this is a general collective, and I don't think those two things that I just said are about the same energy. Some of you, or one of you, may need to break away from addictions. Some of you, or one of you, may need to re-examine vices, things that bind you, tie you down, codependency issues. Some of you may need to look at your addiction to food or technology or porn. because too much porn definitely does begin to desensitize you to true intimacy. And then we've got the Five of Boons, or the Five of Pence, in the reverse. So that's telling me that you're no longer, Aries, going to allow yourself to feel shut out. This is not the energy of being shut out. This is the energy of shutting yourself out. This is not the energy of true poverty. And I mean true poverty. This is the energy of giving too much away in regards to the vices. But remember, it came out in reverse. So this is you reclaiming. This is you taking back. This is you single-handedly shifting this energy around in a very will-driven way. Can I have 2 more cards for Aries, please, Spirit? Can I please not knock them on the floor? No. We have the Forest Lord, beautiful card. And as you can see by the number at the bottom, this is the card of Aries. This is the Emperor in this deck. And this deck is the Enchanted Forest. You standing in your power. You having the strength and the courage, you having the fortitude to not only fix this, but to examine it, right? It's sometimes hard for us to look at and examine the things that might not that sometimes aren't easy to acknowledge. This is you exuding that Aries strength. I'm Aries rising, and I thank God every day for that, because I'm a Virgo sun and moon, and, you know, well, I do love my Virgos, you know. It can be a bit draining being a Virgo. And at times it can be really annoying to others being around a Virgo. Because of, you know, over analytical nature, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. So I'm grateful for my Aries rising, because to me, it gives me strength, it gives me courage, it gives me the ability to stand up for myself, but it's also, it gives me the ability to recognize that with power comes responsibility. To always stand in your truth. Then we have the Two of Spells. Spells, and this is Wands. Sorry. Or did I just pull that? Okay, bottom of the deck. We've got Suspension, which is the Hanged Man in this deck. It came out in reverse. In crowning the reed, we've got the Weaver of Boons, or the Queen of Pens. Very fitting, right? Because you're no longer lacking. And I'm not necessarily talking about right now, currently. I keep looking at the wrong spot. Camera's over here. I'm not talking about necessarily right now, currently. I'm talking about, let's go through this real quick together. I'm talking about this reigniting of an idea, this crystal clear logic. For some of you, this seeing and knowing what you had been wondering before. There's a clarity coming in for you this month. Throughout this year. Because I was channeling kind of the energy of your birthday. I'm getting that this is kind of going to be how your year plays out. For some of you, the reigniting of old passions, dreams. Thank you, refrigerator, for shutting the fuck up. Dreams coming to the forefront. For some of you, this is about literally reconnecting with people from your past. This year brings you a lot of choices, Aries. And, you know, as always with all of us, it's what we do with those choices that really counts. Just remember that if you make a choice that turns out to have an unfavorable outcome, it was meant to be, because you were meant to learn the lessons that, in retrospect, once you're inside and dry and out of the storm, you're able to see. And as I indicated earlier, for some of you, this is about putting away vices, breaking cycles, conquering addictions, acknowledging, recognizing, seeing codependency, and the realization of all of these things places you inside, right? No longer shut out. Baby is no longer in the corner. And there's a chance to gain. Because you're standing in your truth. This month, this year. You've got a lot of power on your side. There's a strong sense of being grounded. And Two of Wands, of things coming together, of you understanding how the pieces interlock. Two things that didn't make sense suddenly becoming one thing that makes perfect sense. Now the underscoring vibe here is the Hanged Man in reverse. So there is a bit of resistance in it's almost a feeling of stubbornness. It's a feeling of, for some of you, of having a hard time seeing something through the eyes of another when that other has not granted you the same gift. But for some of you, this is the energy that you're kind of dealing with from someone else. Someone being a bit unyielding, not wanting to bend, not wanting to budge, not wanting to see things from your point of view. You having to chip away at them in order to feel fully understood. For some of you, in order to trust somebody, it's very important that they understand where you're coming from. And like I said, for others, it's flipped and reversed. It's having a hard time being vulnerable. But the overscoring energy is that of stability, long-lasting success. Once certain things have been conquered. Once nothing's being drained. Once you're standing in your Aries glory. Beautiful sun babies. And once shit comes together. You have stability, home, comfort, security. Alright, dear friends. Before I let you go, I'm going to draw a couple oracles. I was asked by somebody what oracle deck I've been using, and it's actually two oracle decks combined. It's the Earthbound Oracle by, forgive me if I can't remember his name, I believe it's A.L. Schwartz, and I'm also using the Scrying ink. The Scrying ink, heaven's sake. Scrying ink deck, which is a Lenormand deck, and it's from Ciola Thompson. Alright, energy for my beautiful Aries. How appropriate for your birthday. The gift that you're being given is displayed through this journey, through these energies that are yours for the taking. The gift is here. It's closer than you may realize right now. I also just heard be grateful for the little things. And we've got child. Somebody may be becoming pregnant this year. Someone who's been trying for a little while to have a child. But for many of you, this is about reconnecting with the inner child, reconnecting with the magic that was so, I'm sorry, with this camera setup, this is ridiculous, I can't see shit. The energy that was so, the magic that was so accessible to you, right? That was so easy to believe in. It was incredibly easy to manifest when we were untainted. The gift that you're being given, Aries, is clear access to the path that leads you back to that space where anything was possible. You are being asked in particular on this birthday month, you know, this is your new year, right? You're being asked to turn inward and nurture that inner child. You're being asked to love and protect that inner child, to be kinder and more patient, to listen, to not judge harshly, to forgive, to love, to embrace, to parent that inner child. that's how things come together. And that's the gift. Be grateful for the little things. Recognize that things will fall into place. There will always be enough. You will always be held and supported. Even if the path gets a bit murky, sketchy. Remember how the card came out in the reading. You're an Aries. You'll forge your own damn path. And at the bottom of the deck, where am I? We have sleep. So the need to meditate and contemplate. The need to meditate so that you can see more clearly exactly what it is that you want, need, desire, and deserve. Recognize your worth. Stand in your Emperor glory. Or in this case, your Forest Lord glory. What is that next to him? A boar. And he's got complete control over it, as he does everything in his domain. What am I saying? I was just thinking to myself, those things are mean as shit. Alright, Aries, I hope that this reading resonated with some of you, and I truly hope that you have a really, really, really happy birthday. Thank you, as always, for spending your time with me. I appreciate it. If you enjoy my content, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out immensely. And hit that subscribe button. Until we see each other again, have a great month. Take great care of yourselves, first and foremost. Take care of that inner child. Take care of yourself. And take care of those around you. I love you all for watching. And until next time, bye friends.